In this video, we're going to be talking about Switch 2 and backwards compatibility and why it is so important to not only fans, the consumer, but also Nintendo. Before we jump into it, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So Nintendo stated that Switch games will be backwards compatible with Switch 2. Here's exactly what they said. This is Furukawa. At today's corporate management policy briefing, we announced that Nintendo Switch software will also be playable on the successor to Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch Online will also be available on the successor to Nintendo Switch. Further information about the successor to Nintendo Switch, including its compatibility with Nintendo Switch, will be announced at a later date. Backwards compatibility is good for everyone who's picked up a Nintendo Switch, has any kind of a game library, whether it be digital or physical, but it will be a part of Nintendo's business model going forward. See, Nintendo has the opportunity to do something like Nintendo Selects or Player's Choice. See, Nintendo has almost 12,000 games on the Switch. And this generation, I believe we will see their version of Xbox Game Pass. And backwards compatibility makes it such a sweet deal, right? For $15 to $20 a month, you can access all of Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo first-party Switch titles. And a few third-party exclusives, again, this is all speculation, throw in a handful of indies that maybe switch in and out throughout the quarters. On top of it, maybe they add something like 25% off new titles when you buy the game digital, if you're a part of this plan. One other thing I would love to see them add to a plan like this is a family plan. Let's say $35 a month, and you can do 4 to 6 Switches within your household. That way, if there's multiplayer games within the household, everybody's going to be able to play them. After a year or two, they could potentially start adding Switch 2 titles to the membership also. It becomes a very complete package. Now, pending DLSS, if that's a real thing, OG Switch titles will have the option to be upscaled to things like 4K 60, undocked, and then whatever it ends up being handheld. It will also allow physical collectors to experience the joy of an all-digital library, having to never touch their OG collection ever again. Now, I personally believe that Nintendo will be leaning into sequels this time around. I think there's a very real possibility that we are going to see a Mario Odyssey 2. Will it be a launch game for Switch 2? I'm not sure. Will it be the only 3D Mario we see on Switch 2? I kind of don't think so, but I think they're going to want people to jump from Odyssey to Odyssey 2. They could sell bundles this way, and it gives people a reason to subscribe to this service, try the first game in the series, and then be able to experience the second game when it launches on Nintendo Switch. Now, the other thing that I believe could happen with a membership service just like this is that we would see games that are launching on Switch 1 come out day and date on this membership, similar to how games do on Xbox. Now, you might be asking yourself, what games would be coming to Switch 1 once Switch 2 is announced? And I believe that Switch 1 will be supported for at least 2 years, if not even further, with remasters and remakes. Because you have to think that Nintendo is going to continue sprinkling in older games that they can have run on the OG Switch hardware, but then also be upscaled on the Switch 2. And I think that's how they're going to go forward with the Switch family of consoles. That way, any late adapters to the Switch still have an opportunity to see some new games for their new console, and those of us that are going to be moving into the Switch 2, we're not going to be having to play games that are technically made for the OG Switch, which is what happened with Xbox and PlayStation. The fans of those consoles haven't really got to experience all that those consoles can do, at least not with very many games, because they still run on Xbox One and PS4. And I think Nintendo will make that issue go away by only launching remasters and remakes on OG Switch, as well as Switch 2, because it's backwards compatible. But then our new games, such as like a new Mario Kart, which who knows, could be cross-gen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on that one. As well as Odyssey 2, if that ends up happening, and any other sequels, Splatoon 4, a new Smash Brothers, that kind of thing, those will all be exclusive to Switch 2. So you're still able to feed both audiences with remakes, remasters, and who knows, maybe even a couple new brand new games. I don't know if that would be the case, but if it's something that's not very graphic intensive, and if the Switch 2 can essentially just upscale everything, we might see brand new games coming out on Switch 1 for quite some time. It's totally up in the air. We don't know yet. It's pure speculation. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be diving into this topic much further with a Thunderstash Gaming. We're going to be doing a longer episode just discussing this topic and hearing a few different opinions. So love it if you guys tuned into that either here on YouTube or on Spotify. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next one.